Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Go until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eyes. You go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart. Breaks my heart, heart, heart. Breaks my heart, heart, heart. Breaks my heart, heart. Breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun. Oh, but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eyes. You go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, colors of the sky. Breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked off ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say, hello, friends. How's it going? Welcome back. Hope life is good for you. It is Monday in my neck of the woods, probably Sunday where you are. I hope wherever it is, whatever time it is, you're having a very good day, and I thank you immensely for choosing to join me as stream begins. Holy moly, Klaus, thank you very much indeed for the generous resubscription, 61 months. Happy Reformation Day. Is it Reformation Day? I apologize for having no idea, but happy Reformation Day to you also. Is this the day upon which Martin Luther banged his theses onto the door in Wittenberg? I should probably know that, but hello, friend. How's it going to you? Pepper, hello, Lost. Height, welcome in. Windsor, it's good seeing you, Windsor. Farinanthus, what is up? Hello, Jim. Hello, Psyker. Hello, Silence. Hello, C3PO. Zynol, what is up? Hey, everybody. If I missed your name, I apologize. Hello. It's also Halloween. Oh, is it? I mean, it's Halloween for me. It is definitely Halloween for me. Is it Halloween for you all? I think Halloween is tomorrow for you all. I don't know. Whichever way, happy end of October. November is nearly here. That is ridiculous. Time has been absolutely flying into the future. Also, friends, today I'm wearing a tie I rarely wear on stream. This tie right here with the allegedly black lines. They're green. Secrets. They're green. Very exciting. Didn't really do anything for Halloween this weekend. Didn't really do much of anything at all for the holiday. Except we did briefly go down to Shibuya, not because we wanted to be in Shibuya, which is the busiest part of Tokyo on the weekends. We were just transferring trains through there, and it was insane. It was frankly ridiculous. From the moment we walked out of one train gate until we got to the next train gate, it was just an absolute sea of people pushing and shoving, and all of them wearing their like sexy firefighter outfits and naughty nurse outfits and I don't know, prurient professor. Like, they were all a lot of skin everywhere, and that skin was pushing against me, and I didn't like that at all. Now, I shouldn't joke about that too much, because as you probably saw, a very similar situation happened in, I believe, Seoul, Korea, and people were like crushed to death. Like, large crowds are frankly terrifying. That is the Resorty brand opinion on that. Terrifying crowds. That didn't happen in Shibuya this weekend, but I think it's the kind of place where it could happen. It is the place to be, and so more and more and more people get showing up there, and it's just ridiculous. I can't imagine enjoying it. I know some people are really extroverted. Some people are really into like, oh, feel the vibe of humanity, right, etc. Not for me, not for this guy. And like, things get so rowdy in Shibuya, which is a little unusual for Japan, that there are actually different laws in Shibuya during the Halloween weekend from all the rest of Tokyo. Most notably, throughout Tokyo, you're allowed to drink in public. Like, it's very common to see someone with a beer, walking down the street, having a drink, enjoying themselves. Public drunkenness is not illegal here. Sleeping on the street, vomiting on the street, all legitimate. Just, you can't like damage property. That's the bright line usually. But in Shibuya this weekend, no public alcohol allowed. So on Friday, my campus actually sent an email out to the students that said, you want to go celebrate Halloween, here's how you don't get arrested. But apparently a few years back, like, people were flipping cars over in Shibuya, which is very, very un-Japanese behavior. And so, like, the standard Japanese take on that is, it must have been foreigners, it must have been those students at Resorty's campus. Who knows? Anyway, that's the Halloween here. It is ridiculous, and I'm glad to have avoided that. I do wonder if my students will dress up today. I suspect it's the case that if they dress up, it'll be a lot of anime things that I will not be able to identify. So I've decided already that I'll refer to every single student I see in costume today as Pikachu. Like, even if they're clearly wearing, like, I don't know, some Neo Genesis Evangelion, they're Pikachu. And we'll see how the students tolerate that. Should be a good time. Occasionally I just lean into the out of touch kind of thing. And that's good. That's good. For sure. Hello, McSwalton. Yes, I am indeed in Japan. That's where I live now. It's weird. See, they're all Naruto. So the one thing I know about Naruto, am I saying that right? Naruto? is the running thing, right? Like, the hands go back and one allegedly runs faster. I only know that because of our Kenshi playthroughs, when people were talking about characters getting higher level athletics, at which point they get the Naruto running. Ask them if they're Dragon Ball Z. I wonder how extreme I can get with this before a student, I nearly said a viewer, before a student says, wait, you're putting me on, right? And I'll, of course, just play it straight the whole way through. Anyway, that was part of the weekend's excitement. The other things that happened this weekend is, as you know, on Friday I mentioned that on Saturday I'd be going to the Tokyo International Film Festival. It ended up just being, we went and saw a movie, but a movie at an unusual venue, a venue that's commonly used for like orchestral concerts, things like that. It was a venue with like 1,400 seats apparently, and every seat was full. And so I got to watch an early preview of the White Noise film. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think it gave me what I wanted it to be, given how much I enjoy the book on which it was based. It was not an absolute translation. It was not like taking the book and setting every single scene, which is good because many of the scenes would not work. But it was stylistically interesting and colorful, and made me think the kind of thoughts I thought while reading the book, White Noise. Now, we'll say that reviews were mixed in the household. After the film was done and we were leaving the venue, I turned to Noms and said, "So what'd you think?" And her first response, her strongest review was, "Seemed long." I want to talk about the way in which chaos is around us, and despite our best academic efforts, we can't fully understand what's happening. I want to talk about the plight of marital stability in a world of uncertainty and instability. Her response? A little long. It was good, though. If you're into the kind of things I'm into, I strongly recommend checking it out. It is definitely like a standard postmodern film in which by the end of it, some things have happened, and yet nothing has happened. And I think that's just delightful. I'm also going to say, and this is not a spoiler, it has, in my view, the very best, absolutely best credit scenes of all time. Because often, as you know, in films, there's like a little bit of, here are the big actors, look at their pictures, and then it's fade to black, and just like this endless scroll of names, all of whom are very important, all of whom surely contributed to the making of the film, but it's just black with white names. And I look and I try to be attentive and say, oh, you are the best boy. Oh yes, you are the caterer-in-chief. But truthfully, I'm not engaged. This film, the entire credit scene is actually more movie. And I don't want to say too much, but it's all a dance scene. And it's one of the more delightful dance scenes I've ever seen. And on the one hand, it does not fit into the movie at all, because the movie is not about joy and dancing. On the other hand, it's the absolutely perfect ending. when it's eventually on YouTube, I will watch the credit scenes over and over again. It's such a cool thing. So there you go. There's my recommendation. I'd encourage you to go check out White Noise when it's in theaters near you. And it's possible your judgment will be, seems a little long, but that's fine too. Hello, Foxy. Hello, Aranor. Hello, She. Hello, Slivers. You're welcome for the recommendation. I hope you enjoy it. I think the book it's based on is very, very good also. However, it is a little long. Actually, one thing that I'll mention in passing, not that it probably matters to most of us, but the middle section of White Noise is often critiqued for dragging a little bit, and like it's an intentional choice by the author to let it drag, because it's trying to suggest that like chaos and big problems are often in fact very, very boring to deal with. This would not work in a movie, so they actually created it out of whole cloth. They created it out of nothingness, a sort of action-adventure scene. And I don't know why they did this, other than where I tolerate like long periods of boringness, the average studio audience perhaps would not. Anyway, that's that. 2 other quick stories from the weekend. Yesterday, after doing all of our work like good kids do, we decided to go for a little hike. A little hike in what was described as, and I quote, the only valley in Tokyo. I don't know what that means. The only valley in Tokyo. Now, I'm not quite sure what the definition of a valley is, but I have kind of a naive sense that it's a portion of land where on both sides, things go up a little bit. And over a long enough distance, surely there must be some of these in Tokyo. That said, this place was really, really cool looking, and I have no pictures for you, unfortunately, but it was like a bit of a ravine right in the middle of Tokyo, with a really nice river running through it, and some beautiful rock work, and a large bamboo forest, and a shrine, and it was just nice. It was nice to get out of the house and have a little nature walk. One of the big challenges for us in Tokyo has been the lack of open spaces, of natural spaces, and we do miss that from the United States. But it's nice to be able to go to these limited places that have some brief green areas instead of endless fields of concrete. Last story for you. You've probably noticed already, I finally got a haircut. This morning in the shower, I had that normal experience of going to wash my hair, and my fingers go up, and I say, oh no, I have no hair, what happened? I got a haircut. And it was a really interesting haircut. It's a place I'll probably go to over and over again, because Sunday morning, Nams and I popped into the hairdresser's atria, the welcoming area of it, hoping to schedule an appointment for a haircut later. But the nice old lady, and when I say old, she's probably like 75 years old, and also, I don't know, short enough you probably could not see her on stream right now. She was tiny next to me. She said, if you want just a haircut, I can do it right now. And so I went ahead and got just the haircut right now. Now, when I hear the phrase, just a haircut, what I assume is the cape will go on me, the scissors will come out, chop, 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 go away. Fine, I was ready for that. In Japan, just a haircut is still an absolute production. They washed my face. They took a wet towel and gave me a head massage. When the chopping was done, they gave me a shoulder, back, and neck massage. Just a haircut indeed. There were lots of other parts also, and it was really nice. Except, as you might know, my knowledge of Japanese is very, very, very limited. And so she would occasionally ask me questions where I'd pick out just one word. The word for glasses, for instance. And I could never tell if she wanted me to take my glasses off, lift my glasses, whatever it was. So that was a little challenging, but we got through it, we worked through it, and I think I look pretty swell. Them's the stories. So I'm going to try to go get haircuts every other week from now on. instead of waiting for, I don't know, 3 months. I do wait a very long time sometimes. Anyway, that is my story about life today. That's what happened this weekend for me. I hope your weekends have been pretty good also. Many of you have regaled me with stories of your Rimworld adventures, and I appreciate that. I haven't gotten nearly as much time in Rimworld as I'd like to. Once upon a time, I streamed like 8 hours every day, and I felt like I was on the cutting edge of Rimworld content. And now, because I only stream 20-25 hours a week, I often feel like I'm not quite where I want to be. Today, though, I say with unwarranted confidence, today, though, we get to where I want to be. Welcome, friends, to our continuing Rimworld adventure. As we continue playing the Kelmar's Cogs playthrough, I'm not going to say definitely, but today I would very, very, very much like to get us to fighting the first mech boss. Is that a reasonable ambition? I thought it was on Sunday, or Saturday, and yet here I was, not doing it at all. Maybe today we'll do so. Anyway, here's a little base. It is mostly inside the mountain. We've definitely expanded out a decent amount since we started, which makes me very, very happy. We have a few Minotaurs down here. We have set places for more Minotaurs. My intention is to have 10 military robots, these turrets, some more mining out to make this area look a little bit more ready for fighting, and then we'll summon the first mech boss and hopefully not die immediately. I know a little bit about what the mech boss entails. I know that the mech boss spews fire. I know also that robots are immune to fire, and so I sure am hoping that we can figure it out and make it work, and wouldn't that be swell? That said, I would very much like to put our banned nodes here, banned in the sense of expanding available bandwidth, not disallowed on Twitch, though maybe it's gonna get steamy in here. There'll be banned nodes that way too. I want to get them inside, because as of right now, even the ones that are hidden around the corner here, I feel like might be a little bit overexposed to enemies dropping in and causing problems before we can go repel them. So we'll get a wall around those eventually. Apparently some of my mechs need repair. Oh, right. At the end of stream last time, we defeated. We fought and defeated these alpacas here, and I'm hoping that we're going to be fine on food. You'll notice that our pantry, which is once overwhelmingly full of crops, is now kind of bare, heading in the direction of Old Mother Hubbard. So we'll see what with that. Hello, Klaus. Was Wingspan the name of the game I mentioned a few months ago that Noms and I enjoyed? I think so, yes. We have played Wingspan, we did enjoy it, and yeah, I'm happy to recommend it as a pretty darn good board game. Now, I'm not the channel's board game expert. There are other people who know a whole bunch more about board games than I do, but I can say I did enjoy Wingspan, and yeah, so I recommend it for sure. I don't remember why I recommend it, but I do. Alright, we are continuing to expand our pollution zone here because as we get more and more little robots on the team, we're going to have more and more pollution, and we got to keep it nice and cold. We did make a second AC unit here, also aiming below 0, and so the two rooms together are still nice and cold. Hopefully as we open up this section, they'll remain cold, but we shall see. We're going to order our Lord Kelmar to head down here and repair the broken one. Repairing is a smithing job, which is part of crafting, and Kelmar is very, very good at crafting, nearly capped out, thanks to those genie genes. I like saying genie genes very much. But unfortunately, as he's the only adult here, he's responsible for so many other kinds of work, and so sometimes things don't quite get done. We do want to go ahead and queue up additional Minotaurs. We got to make sure we only do so when Kelmar has bandwidth available. As right now, no free bandwidth because no new powers made. For all of these, we need more and more steel. That's kind of been the punchline for this entire playthrough. We always need more steel. And we'll head to deep mining eventually, but for right now, it's just a matter of ordering little Kelmar out there to work and work and work. Hello, Wishy. You're all counting on me. I appreciate that. Thank you for, we'll call it believing. Speaking of steel, last time we made for ourselves a steel slag smelter. Say that 3 times fast. And that'll help us get a little bit more steel off these machines. But we'll see. Alright, one fun thing that's happening in this playthrough is we are running an orphanage. You'll see we have 2 children in the colony and 2 children as prisoners right now. One of whom's a real prisoner and one of whom's a wild woman. Only age of 6 there. We can't recruit her until we have level 7 animal handling on anyone. As of right now, Psychar here is a Neanderthal, and good old Psychar here is our best animal handler, I believe. Right there we see we have an animal handler of 1, and of 0, and of 0. So we got to get Psychar up to at least 7 before they go. They're age 10, we'll see how it goes. Zenler saying, once children hit 13, I release them. That's true. He's just keeping 1 to keep the orphanage in business. No. I understand it's a ridiculous thing we're doing of throwing out the children when they're age 13, even though they might make very valuable contributions to the base. But no, I'm absolutely comfortable with following the rules of the playthrough. When a character hits age 13, no matter how good they are, they do go out of the base. They must live their own world, live their own life, and leave me alone. Stop suckling on the teat of Lord Kelmar. Anyway, speaking of kids, beloved Psychar is now age 10, and delightfully, happily, wonderfully, Psychar can do animals as their passion. So hopefully, it's the case that Psychar will get to level 7. I'll work on making sure that happens. Also, the very nice thing here is that Psychar can now doctor. You'll recall that one of the big constant worries in this playthrough is that Kelmar cannot self-tend if things get bad enough, because Kelmar's a wimp, and so having doctor children to keep him on his feet will be nice. Alright, here are the possible traits. So Psychar could be delicate, taking more damage, could be naked, could be psychically dull, so less troubles from psychic events, or very neurotic. More breaks, but higher work speed. Oh, poor child. So none of these are like straight bonuses. Psychically dull is the closest to it. Very neurotic's a little unfortunate, but faster working. Faster working! We need an RNG to decide these. Yeah, I mean, there definitely is a way in which you can game these and only choose the positive ones. I usually say I want to make choices based on what's happened to the character so far. Historically, were Neanderthals naked? I like my mental image of what Neanderthals were people who like put on the skins of beasts they killed. Is that true? No idea. No idea. I can also say that Kelmar would not approve of people being naked around the heavy machinery. So we're going very neurotic. If you get mental breaks, I'm so sorry. Now, having made that decision, I just remembered this guy has got some constant problems with mental troubles because they're opposed to basically everything we do in this base. And Kelmar's not quite smart enough to change their certainty at all. Hello, I. You like my tie today? Thank you. It's a tie I almost never wear because it is green screened out, but that's okay. Oh boy, Kelmar, are you working too long? Oh yes, you are. Oh yes, you are. That's fine though. One more to mine out, and then fill it in again, or are we fine? Ah, it's all fine there. All right, having mined that out, where is the next pile of steel on the map? It's right there. We'll continue marking these. And we need to find ways for Psychar to get more animals' skills. I believe they get some animal skills for shearing. They raise sheep and such. This donkey is sick, isn't it? Yeah, it's both pregnant and has a minor flu. I think it'll be fine. It'd be nice to have Psychar go out there and tame other animals who are low handling needed. Now, I honestly can't remember which animals are lowest handling, other than dogs are, I think, 0 or 1. The horses are 2. If we can just get it up a little bit, that'll be fine. I think rats may be 0. Rat handling is 4. Oh no. This is the part where I actually do not remember anything about handling skill necessary. Does anybody remember what you can do with 0? That's 5 for guinea pigs. Rabbits are 7. Oh man. I think we got a problem, team. I think there's no easy way to level up animal handling. Surely the warg will be 0. Nope. How about the turkey? I think it's very easy to make friends with a turkey. You just bring it food and don't attack it. Now, I think the rats are 4 or 5. Yeah, the rats are 7, actually. I think rats used to be really easy. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea how we're going to get Psyker skill up. We'll see. Could I build 2 pens and have them moving back and forth? Dang, newbie, that's a nice idea. But at the same time, I don't think that moving animals gives handling skill. It may, though. We'll check out in a second. Oh, I clicked the hare, not the rat. Okay. Let's try it again and click more carefully. Here's a rat. The rat is 4 in skill. It's still 4. Hey, Knight Manichae, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Maybe the donkey. I think donkey is too high, unfortunately. Oh! You genius. You absolute genius. The donkey is a 0. Are donkeys really that ready to be domesticated? That's great. That's great. The only issue with that is Psychar is locked inside of the playpen here because I'm terrified of him being, being eaten by beasts in the world. So we gotta go find that donkey and very carefully and safely take him outside. Is it right here? Heck yes, it is. So briefly, friend Psychar, you're going to be allowed to go literally anywhere. And then, cannot tame donkey, no food. We gotta wait till we have veggies. That's fine. We could also probably do berries. Alright, Psychar, let's go ahead and plant cut these. Oh, aren't Neanderthals very, very bad at plant cutting? Are you a negative, actually? Oh, we have an ag robot. I keep forgetting we have robots to do things. That is wonderful. Alright, make with... We have more than 10 there. How much do you need, man? No food still. Huh. We're just going to haul those in and see if that helps somewhat. Donkeys are dumb. I mean, maybe it's some... Oh, no. Animals, no. Animals, no. All right. Those animals get our tasty berries for now. Poor donkey. I was going to say, though, I don't think it's stupidity to be easily tameable. I think that's a sign of real intelligence, because it means that the animals will be well cared for. Seems nice. Seems very nice. All right. So we're going to hold off on that for right now. We'll get veggies before too long. I see we're kind of low on food again. Kelmar, what you working on? Tending to the donkey once more. If the donkey dies, I'm going to be very, very sad. 57 immunity, 42 flu, all fine. Chicken, ducks, cats, dogs, cows, donkeys, goats, pigs, sheep have 0. Devoted, thank you for the help on that. I knew dogs and cats were 0, but I don't think we have any of those here except for the donkey. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. We are curious, though. Can you get handling points for moving animals back and forth? And I wonder if I just use a caravan hitching spot, what will happen? If I disallow, we'll just say the donkey's here. Then little buddy Psychar should come move him. Yep. Alright, so is he gaining by moving? As right now he's at 1389. Going to clean first, fine for fine. Going to clean first, fine for fine. Oh boy, it's a lot of cleaning. It's a lot of cleaning. Oh, you. Alright, we can't watch him just clean, as if he were a robot or something. Okay, we're taking him off of cleaning, because otherwise, you know. So, for Psychar, animal handling, job 1. Here we go. So, Boris Johnson's getting moved, 1389 at the beginning, up to 1389. No, I think unfortunately it's not the case that you gain animal skills by moving the animals. A pity. Such a pity. And we can then fill in last little bit here. Hey, it's Aurora. The world is bright and beautiful once more. Unfortunately, the Aurora does not give quite enough light to have the generators turn on. A shame. Alright. Something I wanted to do before we got to fighting the mech boss is to make a sniper rifle, and I'm very glad to see that Kelmar has begun it. It is just so much work to get there. We're currently researching biofuel refining. We don't necessarily need that before the Diablos fight. I suspect we need fire foam, poppers made. Again, those require additional metal. The foam turret might help also. But I know the Diablos is just so much fire. So I'm actually going to shift research over from biofuel to the foam turret. That done. I'm going to make sure that Kelmar is... he already is doing the order I was going to suggest. I need that sniper rifle done first, I think. Okay. Are we close on getting veggies? Heck yes, we are. Very, very soon there. Now, I've been dumping more and more food for the animals in here. I'm going to hold off on that now. Try to save the food for our purposes inside. I'm also hoping to make more kibble, as it's more efficient use of food creation. Mindful decided to go see what little Kelmar was doing. Learned a little bit more about crafting. Still more than 600 work remaining. Truly excessive. You'll recall yesterday, or last time we played, that I was working on making a passageway this way. I haven't quite decided how long I want this passageway to be. I know full well that I want to have one of these kind of defensive walls midway through my crafting room and my storage rooms. Just I want to make sure we are as ready as possible for insect infestations. On Saturday, we had our first insect infestation. It went really, really well. Because of the placement of the traps, there were no troubles at all. And so I'm hoping that continues today. For sure. I'm going to bother Kelmar briefly to go ahead and smelt these down, just to get a little bit more metal. And he should be, at this point, just dropping on the ground. We have some fine robot handlers who will move those for us. Awesome. Thinking about the width of this room, if I just take what's here right now as being the size of half of it, how big will this room be? This will be 20, and then 0.21 is for combat. This feels longer than I would like it to be, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes. And then 20 more, and then a wall there. Cool. Hello, Rio. The orphanage is going very, very well. Having a lot of fun. I'm just surviving. And that is nice. I'm going to mark some more for smoothing also. Totemic sandstone tiles. I actually don't know what we unlocked that gave us access to these totemic things. And spike core. Oh, it might be because we have the two characters here who are of those faiths. The raider faiths and such. It's not sure. Sniper rifle. 261 work left. That should get done tomorrow. Way down here, I thought I saw some steel. That's not true, though. I want to make sure I did block all this in from infestations. So we did. My number one miner right now is Little Mindful. I would like Little Mindful to go mine here. I can't have her walking past the warg, though. So in the morning, we're going to send the robots out to defeat this warg, and then we'll let Little Mindful run back and forth. As she's getting older, a big old 10-year-old, surely she's ready to go explore a bit more on her own. All right, Kelmar, let's get some robots going. Donde está, warg? Hello, warg. Uh-oh. Transport pod crash relationship. Now, as you all know, I've refused to accept any adults into into this base. If this character is married to Kelmar, I will accept them just for the hilarity of it all. But if it's any other relationship, I'm going to ignore them. Is it a steel pile in the middle of the base? No, it's silver. It's our bank account. Alright, a ballet dancer, Kelmar's daughter. A ballet dancer is crashing nearby. If she survives, she'll be wounded. If she belongs to the Empire, apparently she's Kelmar's daughter. So in the course of this playthrough, we've learned that Lord Kelmar the Recluse has 2 sons and 1 daughter at least. This goes further to my earlier claim that Kelmar retreated to the mountains to avoid paying child support. He has children all throughout the Rim, and I just don't know who they're related to, who their mothers are. Alright, how's your health looking? You die in 16 hours. This is what we're gonna do in this case. We're gonna treat her like any other person, and I'll go heal her up, and then she can leave the map, and we're not interested in actually letting her join us. Is that why he cares for the children? I think that's right. Yeah, I think he definitely cares for the children to make up for how bad of a father he was. Now, he's very bad at social, so as he goes and stands over this girl, he says, no daughter of mine. He's able to suppress his feelings. Eventually, it will probably be some terrible, terrible, rageful event. Marcia comes to. Are you my daddy? Kelmar says, I am robots. I have engaged in reduplication. However, I have no obligation to you. Very good. Very good. We keep getting an animal filth pop up. What that means is we have an animal that's going inside of our buildings. Oh, is this little cutie here? Why is Gray out and about? Psychar. Oh. So this creature is stuck inside of the pollution zone because the pollution zone is forbidden for the children. And so I need you to be unrestricted briefly, go fetch it, and then go back to your zone once more. Cool. We have a little bit more space in here for pollution. It's still negative 9 degrees. Great. All right, down to 3 meals. Food getting made. Awesome, awesome. Sniper rifle, 200 work left. And Kelmar is now starting to knock out the simple meal still. We're actually going to go back to fine meals, just to make more happiness for the children. I should have suspended this before instead of removing it. Now I have to set up the whole job again, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. Pause. 5. And we talked about some kibble. I'm going to hold off on kibble for right now until the animals get starving. As right now with this hay pile, they're being able to consistently find some food. Now the one potato plant here is a little bit ridiculous. I meant to expand the zone that was already there. Instead I made a brand new zone for really no good reason. Is the plan to drop pod the waste into pirate colonies? No. As much as we do not like pirates, oh no. Oh no. Surely the rain will save Marcia. Kelmar has a brief moment of, I feel a disturbance in the force. As if millions of voices are crying out. No, surely the rain will save us. Don't you worry, Marcia. No, the plan with the pollution, though, is to take care of ourselves. To eventually build a yucca mountain-like structure inside the mountain where we preserve the pollution forever until we learn to destroy it. And that'll be nice. Character's kind of bummed out. Non-just style surroundings. Non-just style. I'm surrounded by non-just construction. That's fine, but I prefer to be in a more just environment with construction that match styles that reflect my just beliefs. So I guess the word just here is being used for like appropriate, similar to like justice in some ways. I wonder why I chose that word. And I wonder if that's the case for all ideologies, or only for the Perfect Legion. The Psychic apparently does not care about the justice of their surroundings. I don't know. Build it and never use it. Wait, is that really the case of Yucca Mountain? Truthfully, I know nothing about it, other than it's a place where nuke storage are allegedly supposed to go. Is this one of those NIMBY cases where people decided they didn't want fissile material or used material in the mountain? I know nothing of this. This is my my problem with making contemporary references. It was canceled before opening. Okay. We will not cancel our beautiful waste storage area. Gotta believe. We talked before about sending Mindful out to mine, and I definitely did not do that. So we're gonna expand the playpen zone just a little bit. It's a strange thing in Rimworld. I often find myself feeling like I'm doing a lot, and then looking back and notice I'm actually doing basically nothing. It's strange. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to sort of like rearrange deck chairs on a Titanic here, as opposed to like actually making substantial progress. And that's okay. That's okay. Oh! Mindful broke someone's resistance. Who was it? It was Coscale. Friends. We are just about to have a third child in the orphanage. Now the problem with that is I don't have any bedrooms. We can make a very small bedroom here, I suppose. Or we expand up this way and make another one. Now we are getting closer and closer to the edge of the map. At any point, it might open up into a giant valley we'll have to defend. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? I think that'd be really terrible. Are we making food? We're making food. Good. Alright. Still 200 work left there. Now poor Kelmar's just knocking out as much food as he can, as fast as he can. What's your skill up to now? Oh, 10. I think he started at 6 or 5 or something. That's nice to see. Hey, got a new recruit. Alright, welcome Coscale. Tell me what kind of child you are. You're age 12. Misogynistic, careful shooter, age of 12. Well, the first thing to say is your name is Klaus. Klaus, welcome to the base. We'll take very, very good care of you for, I don't know, not very long. You're soon to be banished, I'm sorry to say. Hey, Mindful's throwing a party. Welcome to base, Cosco. Or Klaus now. So apparently you're careful shooters. We should give you a gun of some sort. Here, we're going to give you this this little revolver. We started with that. And then we'll make sure you have some clothes when you get thrown out in approximately 1 month. I don't recall when exactly Klaus joined us. We can check and see this way, I suppose. So how long have you been with us? 30 days. So half of a year. Yeah, half of a year. You joined our religion. We appreciate that a whole bunch. But yeah, soon you're leaving us. Between now and then, we could try to make you good at I don't know what. I guess crafting? There's not really time for it, though. All we do is have him make more and more bows. So, unfortunately, Klaus, you're going to be stuck on the cleaning and mining task. Because everyone needs to mine, unfortunately. Also got some bad clothes. I think we have children's clothes. The children's clothes we have appear to be hanging out in the stockpile zone here for the prisoner. We're gonna get rid of that. Get to move back inside. And then as of now, do we have clothes for kids? Pair of pants, pair of shirts. That's right, a pair of shirts. At least good quality. And which one is bad for you, my friend? It's a parka. Do you really need a parka? It is 2 degrees outside. I guess you do need a parka. So we'll go ahead and mark further job here to make sure it's always available 1 child-size parka. And good quality, hopefully. So today in class, I'm teaching Martin Luther King Jr.'s Letter from a Birmingham Jail. It's an essay I very much like teaching. Like, I think it's really interesting reflection on civil disobedience, interesting reflection on like the way in which people respond to complaints of injustice, etc., etc. I realize, though, the standard way I teach it is so reliant on students already knowing quite a bit about MLK, because the students I normally teach have had at least 18 years of MLK celebrations, and all their teachers like spending so much time on, oh, what a great civil rights activist, blah, blah, blah. My Japanese students will have absolutely none of that. So I need to find a way of like motivating the conversation and showing their interesting ideas without the students knowing hardly anything beforehand. It's an interesting thing teaching in a new context with folks who are so very, very different from the students I taught before. It's a quest. It's a quest. If we take some forced weather for 6.6 days, we can get some fancy medicine, a fancy component, or the optimistic and pretty gene pack. That sounds so nice, but I think we're so far away from inserting genes. So I like these, but I'd like to summon the boss in the next 6.6 days, and so cannot have that fog, unfortunately. Does Japan have an MLK-like social movement leader? So not that I know of, but that is where I'm planning to start today. I'm planning to invite the students to tell me about someone in Japanese history who is engaged in civil disobedience. I'll start with sort of an overall review of what civil disobedience means. Part of it is definitely like the story of Socrates. Part of it is the story of Henry David Thoreau. These kinds of large-scale figures they may not know about, but we'll give a nice overview. So we'll see. Hello, Kibbs. The mech boss has not yet been summoned. The things I very much want to do before the mech boss is summoned: number 1, finish the sniper rifle. Number 2, gestate some more mechs. For all that, though, we need more steel, as always. Are the children getting steel? As of right now, they're just hauling stuff. Oh, children. Oh, children. I'm going to take Mindful off of cleaning. I'll trust the other students to do that. When I say students, I mean children. And the reason they're not students is actually a while back, I took Kelmar off of teaching lessons. For such a long time, we were so darn good at giving the students every lesson they wanted. But more recently, I've just been... Wait, where are you going to dig? Ah, there. More recently, I've been entirely ignoring it just so Kelmar can get some work done. Once you have too many kids, it's very, very difficult to get it all done. Hoping for no animals out here that might eat her, because she is the one with only one leg, one normal leg. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. You may have seen a new animal popped up. 3 new lambs? 3 new lambs? All right, lambs are named after colors. So as of right now, we do not have an orange. We do not have a purple. We do not have gray spelled the other way. So where is gray spelled with an E? There you are. And unfortunately, as we get more and more lambs, they're just likely to be killed for the food. Lastly, we have a donkey full. In this playthrough, donkeys are named after world leaders. Who should you be? It'll be G. That works. That works. We'll eventually see how many more world leaders I can come up with. I saw today that Bolsonaro was defeated in the Brazilian elections. Unfortunately, I don't recall his opponent's name, so we can't include him. Okay. Okay. A British and a American lamb. Exactly. Lula, thank you very much. Yeah, I read it on Reddit, as I always do. That's where I get my news in the morning, that and the New York Times. Lula, that's a fun name. I shouldn't, make fun of names, of course, but I wish my name were Lula. Hello, Queen Mauve. But to offer the name Mauve. I don't remember how to say it. Every time I see her name, like, it's Queen Mauve. I think it's Mauve. Mauve? Who knows? My name's Resorty. Resorty's easy to say, don't you worry. But okay, next donkey will get that name for sure. And I will never pronounce it again because it makes me nervous. Once more with suspending food making, just so that we can get Kelmar doing other work. Feeding a fine meal to Marcia. Wait, really? Oh, you are a good father. She can walk. She's malingering. If I kick her out of her bed, she'll walk off the map, right? Yeah, Kelmar, you stop this nonsense. You get back to work. So how many times has Kelmar walked across the entire map and I've not noticed? All right, 2 cool things. Number one, Marcia lives. So Kelmar has 3 children, all still alive. Number 2, relations with the Empire of Usko are now very close. They are an ally. So the Empire is, in fact, our friends. They will send us troops to assist. They will send us gifts occasionally. Everything is good. We have one friend in this world. Number 2, we completed a quest called the Harrowing Edifice. It's a lovely king-like structure we call Edifice Rex, and finally be destroyed. I'll probably leave it there for right now. Actually, no, let's go ahead and destroy it. I don't quite recall what we got for building that. We'll look in just a moment. So, no roof allowed. Great. We may have gotten the reward for that when we built the item as opposed to... Oh, all we got for it was more goodwill. So the Empire likes us even more. Yeah, plus 86. So the Alliance is at 75. We got 75 and then some. We'll keep improving that. Alright, Kelmar, what you doing? Making that sniper rifle. You're gonna get it done, aren't you? I believe. 60 work remaining. As I was saying, though, I want to get the sniper rifle done and get the various fire foam research done to avoid having the base burned down. But I do think we're going to get that all done in pretty quick order. What quality is that sniper rifle? It's good quality. That's okay. Because Kelmar is a 19 in crafting, a masterwork was absolutely possible. Frankly, with a good quality one, I want to say we got a little bit unlucky. That Kelmar was shirking in his duties somewhat. So maybe we'll have Kelmar make more sniper rifles soon enough. But for the moment, that's okay. To make a further Militor, we need to have one of these, which we have. We have 4 of them. And then how much steel is needed for a Militor? Only 50. But Kelmar, let's knock out these. That is 50. Oh, can't do it because of lack of bandwidth. So unfortunately, they're still being made, and the steel is being separated between them, or like randomly applied instead of all going into one. So we'll need 600 steel to finish these 3, 800 in total. It's so much steel. It's so much steel. We can send the robots out to destroy more of these, perhaps. Get a little bit more slag that way. I still feel like we've gotten very, very unlucky in digging into the mountain. Like, by now I thought we would have run into a fairly large steel area, but it's just not happening. So we continue to mine out here bit by bit by bit. Make fire foam, is it just steel? Foam sprayer. I can't wait to see one of those. Don't know how to actually make it though. I don't recall from prior playthroughs what goes into fire foam. I think it's just a pile of steel. No clue why this is the home zone out here. It's the very edge. It's the don't let the traps all burn. Clouds, you still have bad clothes on. Is that still a parka problem? Also, Clouds, please go back into your playpen. Can't have you hanging out with the pollution. So there is one kid pants available. There's not a kid's parka available. There's one parka. Not one kid's parka. Okay. One more bill. One more kid's parka. One more job for poor old Lord Kelmar. Alright, good. 60. Oh, poor Kelmar. The children can firefight also. Oh, the children can't get here, though, as this is not part of the playpen. Fortunate. Fortunate. So, let's expand that zone for the kids. Or let them run free. Either way is fine. Come, children, assist me. Serve your master. Red has given birth. Alright, time to name the new cute little donkey. Not donkey. The new cute little lamb. There it is. We're going to name you this purplish color. Great. Oh, poor cute little Klaus out there working by himself. Delightfully, though, rain has come, so we can stop fighting the fire now. Helmar's having a great day. Despite not being super full on food, everything seems nice. The problem with the children, I believe, are all ideologically driven. I just can't fix that. Unless we somehow get one more person into our faction. Klaus is the second one. If we get 3 people, then Kelmar can become a converter, and we can hopefully convert the children. But not yet. Alright, unfortunately the hay grass has not grown fast enough. We have too many animals in here as usual, so is it time for culling once more? Well, again we have lots of food, so we could just early harvest something and move it in. A lot of hungry animals. Alright, unfortunately it's time to say goodbye to some of the adult sheep. Puce, your name is disgusting. You get to die. Red, you're fine. White. Black. Brown. Not enough disgusting names. So we'll rid ourselves of one for right now. I guess I'll also go ahead and let the animals out once more, and then bring them in before too terribly long. Go forth, my friend. Oh, they're going to eat all my veggies. So anytime I do this, I think to myself, oh, they'll go find grass somewhere. This is not grass somewhere. In some playthroughs, this would be the cause of the Great Famine. But happily in this one, we're fine. We don't have that many mouths to feed, and we have plenty of meat left. Yeah, always a good time. Hey, Kelmar's in such a good movie. He's moving super fast. So he'll run very quickly to go do more research. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. Is there more slag somewhere? We can send our little robots out to find slag on the farthest points of the map, but... Yeah, I do wonder if on mech playthroughs it'd be a good idea to, like, rush deep drilling. This Warwalker torso, I assume, does have slag inside of it. Probably this does also. Yeah, so maybe we should head down this way and just get a whole bunch more slag. Pen is not enclosed. Oh. Wait, what's going on? This says a gate. It does not look like a gate. It's not held open. And yet, alright, Klaus, walk through that, please. Okay. I guess it has never told anyone to go through it. Fine. Kelmar, you're teaching a lesson. Oh, I did put you back on childcare. No, I'm sorry. There's no time for that. No time for learning. Sorry, Psychar. What level of growth are you? 0 at age 10. Let's say hello. Hopefully we can sell some lousy old weapons to them. Indeed we can, from earlier Neanderthal raids. Strong crafting gene pack could be amazing. We can make more genies that way. Jump packs, again, awesome. But as right now, we've been saving money to buy children from slave sellers. Free the children from slavery over and over again. Oh, also, one very cool change made in a recent patch. Children can now wear shield belts. Apparently, previously they couldn't. So you can have your tiniest little children inside of a bubble of love and care. And who wouldn't like that? We're just going to save up 31 more money. Oh, here's some drugs. Good to good. Yeah, it's the boy in the bubble. How you doing, kiddo? Not comfortable, not outdoors. Yeah, sorry. Kalmar, how much food do we need? You feel so bad endlessly, balancing him. Klaus becomes an adult. Klaus is now an adult. Oh, poor Klaus. Klaus has shown little personal development, had low expectations for the future. Klaus wishes to spend more time writing a story about a dog who hunts psychic beings with terrible powers, but is too busy worrying about seeing loved ones die. I don't understand how this sentence is being modified. Is it that Klaus wants to spend time writing the story, but instead Klaus is worried about his family dying? Or is it instead that Klaus wants to write a story about a dog who's hunting, but is worried about its loved ones dying? Huh. Yeah, unfortunately Klaus was in prison until age 12 and a half. And so Klaus is going to be dismissed. Alright, Klaus, you're going to learn to fight. Hopefully we see you again someday. Hopefully someday you return to us. But for now, naked Klaus, it's time to put some clothes on. You're taking a flak vest, really? Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. We're going to demote you to machine pistol instead of the other one. We're going to give you a meal in your pocket. You already have it. You got some rice also, Klaus. That's nice. And we're going to give you 2 medicines. And then you're going to be the 3rd person we've banished from this base. The first time it's happening with someone other than Kalmar. Also, now with 4 characters in the faction, how is Kalmar's reclusiveness working? Okay, so apparently at 4 people, it's absolutely neutral. So with Klaus being banished, Kalmar will be a little bit happier, I think. Alright, you're taking your father's duster. You're taking a fine flak vest. Thank you for being part of our community. I'm glad you're no longer in slavery. Goodbye. Where's that button? Goodbye. Taking a lot of fine stuff. We're all a little sad. See ya, Klaus. Happy trails to you. Until we meet again. Klaus is now unaffiliated. We'll see what's going. Hey, a horse self-tamed. What should we name this horse? So our only horse so far is named Princess Bridal. And named that because we managed a child calling a horse that. So what should we name our second horse? Mr. Ed. I like that name. It's a good name. Unfortunately, I don't think a child would come up with that name because it refers to a TV show from the 1960s, right? No, it wasn't that old, was it? Or was it even older? I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure, but I think our Rim children do not know the reference. Unless it's the case that it's become part of sacred lore. Everyone knows the grand tales of Mr. Ed. Princess Cupcake Sparkles, love it. Love it, love it. I think we named an alpaca something about Mr. Sparkles. Hey, I prefer good seeing ya. I like Princess Cupcake Sparkles. They're both named Princess then. That's perfect. And we'll have to let Psycho run free to go get it. 2 princesses, very, very sweet. Apparently, all of the horses are going to be named ridiculous royal names. Princess Cupcake. Oh, that's all it can be. No more spaces allowed. Cupcake is it. Psycho run free. It's done. Done. I'll close it. Oh! New band mode online. Okay, we can now go ahead and gestate. Wait, not enough bandwidth. Oh. Wait, what's going on? Is Kelmar capped at 10? Oh, it's not tuned yet. Alright, so you initially have to tune it to a character. In 5 seconds, it's now Kelmar's. Kelmar now has 11 bandwidth. Awesome. So now we can go ahead and add one more robot here. Awesome. I'm seeing very little more steel, very little more steel, but gonna need another name for a shotgun bot. Current names are Ash, Bucky, Bullet Broom, Doom Guy, Duke Nukem, and Shot Bot. 5 medicine left behind by our visitors. 4 or 5 minutes to class time to summon the boss. I mean, I feel the pressure of somehow getting to the boss fight. I just want to make sure we're well prepared. I will be so unbelievably sad if we summon the boss prematurely and then have the base burned to death. So we're gonna get this done, I promise. I just need to do it safely. I don't want to rush into death. I think that's all the research I want. Like, surely there's more research I would enjoy having. But before the raid, or before the boss fight, I think we're okay. Winchester, Slug, Smith, all good names for sure. I'll do one of those when it pops out. So Kelmar is now doing the digging. Awesome. He is our best miner, so should get done much more quickly than before. This is a point where I wish I had more than one gestator, just because I want to get 4 of them made in pretty quick order. Let's go ahead and put out some fire foam things. I'm going to throw a couple of fire foam machines inside of this bedroom and in this nook also, for us to deploy quickly if things got out of hand. I'll make them first and then remove them. I put them in a stockpile zone, I think. And then the fire foam gun thing. Oh, it takes chem fuel. That's unfortunate. The basic fire foam poppers are just steel and components. The turret, though, requires chem fuel. Wait, so the way in which you put out fires is by spraying more fuel on it? I don't know much about science, however... Hey, we got a new donkey. Good job, Psyker. What's your animal handling skill up to? All the way to level 2. Nice, 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 nice. We're going to call you Vermilion. The only reason I know that color, it's a shade of red, because there was a game on the Sega Genesis called The Sword of Vermilion. I played it when I was very, very young and was very bad at it and probably lost many, many times and gave up ultimately. But the word Vermilion is now forever in my idiolect, I guess. Vermilion. There we go. I think it's fairly dark red, in fact. This one is done in 1 day more. I want to fix this tattered apparel question. So, Psychar, what are your bag clothes? It's a kid parka. They all just want more and more kid parkas. Vermilion, the global leader. Oh shoot, did I pick the wrong one? You're right. Sheep are colors. Donkeys are global leaders. That's right. Prince Vermilion himself. What's a world leader? Who's somebody we know? Justin Trudeau. Uh-oh. Trudeau. We're going to recognize, once again, Resorty does not quite remember how French works. That's probably wrong, but you know who I mean. Close enough for stream work. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, so... I actually want to put this stockpile exactly where those are. I'm going to reinstall them to here for now, just so I can put a stockpile there. At least I didn't put an X at the end of Trudeau's name. Trudeau. Alright, each of these requires... Is it 75 foam? I believe so. I believe that's the case. Alright, so this stockpile here is for just fire foam poppers. Cool. And so we'll uninstall each of these. I suspect we're making too many of these. But I'll suspect it's one of those like better safe than sorry situations. Where I'm totally fine over preparing for it. My intention is to launch the boss fight in 12 minutes. It's entirely dependent on can I find enough steel. Hopefully. Alright, so knock out some clothes in the morning, and then get back to mining. Oh, you know what? I didn't expect expand the playpen zone to get deeper inside of here. They only give them right to the edge. Yeah, so now my children miners can get back to it. If we weren't playing a mountain playthrough, I'm not sure how much fun it would be to unlock tunnelers now. I think it's probably the case that on a normal playthrough, by the point we're unlocking tier 2 mechs, we've already done the majority of the mining on the map. I guess what tunnelers are great for then is being meleeers, as opposed to actually digging. Now, in this playthrough, we have so much more digging to do, so I'm totally cool with getting mechs that can mine. Hey, it's agave fruit. Whole bunch of tasty food. Don't really need it. Glad to have it. Thanks, Randy. Kid Park is coming in fast. Still 6 more days of Go Frenzy. Awesome. Shielded melee blockers. I'm very excited for that. Again, they just don't seem to have the role of being miners on normal playthrough. Can food drops be infected with diseases? I actually don't know. Yeah, I actually don't know if you can get food poisoning off of food drops. That's a great question. Because we have had meals landing on the world in times past. And it's landing on dirty floor. I guess the question is, what's the condition of it being cooked? Does the game tell you at all? A transport pod crash. A bartender named Tate Bayashi. You're not going to taint my children with your evil devil's liquid. Not part of my faith. Non-violent. I'm very sorry. Very sorry. The mining mechs take ages to gestate. I'm just excited to have one. I'm comfortable waiting a whole stream to get it done. Alright, one Militor is ready. Initiating mech birth is upon us. Amazing. Amazing. Welcome, friends, to the beauty and miracle of birth. Sploosh. Welcome, Militor. We're going to call you... What was it? Slug. Sluggo seems even better to me. You go ahead and join the charge group and go to the combat zone. Hey, Christifa, you did not miss the boss fight. It's coming in around about 10 minutes. Okay, so Klaus is no longer sleeping with us. I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall this and put it in the safe zone here. I'm not gonna send the kids out to beat the bartender to death. No, we don't engage in unnecessary violence. Necessary violence, sure. Unnecessary, you know. Are these close to 65? The hay grass is fairly close to being edible. But once again, far too many animals. The petting zoo is absolutely out of control, all these donkeys. Ambrosia! How nice is that? It's really far away. I'm gonna ignore that for now. Hello, Red Designers. How's it going? You let a game designer called Tynan die in a transport crash. You failed to notice the pod crash. Instead, in a jade sarcophagus. That's lovely. I think it's a real, I think the really heroic thing that Tynan Sylvester did, putting himself in the game, knowing how poorly some players treat their characters. A pack of manhunting lynx have entered the area. Hello. It's not that many, is it? Only 5. It is only 5, correct? Only 5 will be fine. Except Kelmar's a wimp. We cannot have Kelmar die, of course, or take any damage, really. So will Kelmar get home safely before the lynx are upon him? Yes, I think so. Robots online. Come along, children. It's time to learn to do battle. These on. I'm also noticing that this turret does not have power to it yet. Remedy that right away. I'm gonna go ahead and move the robots out just in case the lynx do catch up. They're way down here. So Kelmar, what's your range look like? I do want him to stay back so he doesn't get hit, but I want to make sure he still is able to get some shooting XP. I'm mindful, you stay down here. We cannot have our poor child being headshot at distance. Lynx are in range. Kelmar, can you see them? Yes, you can. One down? The tanking is happening. A Zit event. Fine. Fine. I will send Kelmar back to put that out. One little bot went down. That's okay, though. Can you imagine if we had a Zit event in the middle of the Diablos fight? That's maybe pretty unfortunate. When you're done eating, Kelmar, let's go repair this one. Oh dear. Oh dear. Interesting. Very glad I noticed that. No, I don't want you to move at all. Just sit there. Psycho, run away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess I miscounted. Oh, I wonder if this lynx went over and ate a robot. Yes, it went and ate Bob, unfortunately. Surprise, surprise. Lynx have a taste for robot flesh. That's all the lynx is correct. It did eat a robot. Yeah, so... we gotta deal with that in a second. Robots count as man-like for the sake of Manhunter events. So if you get a Manhunter event and have active, like, hostile robots on your map, the animals will look for men, and they will find robots, and that can be very helpful. For some reason, Sluggo is offline. Sluggo is no longer connected. We have one full day to fix this. The reason why is the Zit event caused us to lose all power. As long as we fix the power within the next day, we're fine. As right now, Sluggo is saying, "You're not the boss of me." No, you're not the boss of me. Very well. This is why solar flares are absolutely terrifying in mech playthroughs. Eventually we'll have some way of generating power come what may, but not right now, unfortunately. The batteries are filling, we swear. Yeah, we really need a second one of the geothermal generators. That would solve so many problems. Flip these off. We're actually not a big fan of the kids because he lost a constant childbirth again. Yeah, I know there's an option to turn that off. I totally understand why any I totally understand why any player would turn off rough childbirth. Because it is obviously one of the more traumatic experiences in humanity to lose a parent or lose a kid either way. Solar flares disable all devices. Thank you, Nordic. Push the wrong button. So it is the case that solar flares turn off all electric devices. Robots do not count as electric devices for the purposes of solar flares. And I appreciate that. Because think about how genuinely terrible it would be if you're having a nice fight with all your robots and then suddenly solar flares happen. It would also make the enemy mech events somewhat trivializable by just waiting for a solar flare and going and destroying all of them. But unfortunately, it's the case that during solar flares, the band nodes turn off, so some of the robots become pretty hostile. You did your mech run on a river, water mill to solve the problem. Almond Roll, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And being able to just produce power consistently is so nice. The tax man's here. We continue refusing to pay our bills, our taxes. We need to be sovereign citizens of the mountain. This property did not exist without our labor. It's ours. Ours forever. All right, Kelmar's cooking instead of smithing. Ah, here he comes to repair. Good. Got meals. Awesome. I have a second one to use soon. Is there more steel? Because I'm out of steel, we can go ahead and get this stuff. And I'm going to say when this steel is done, we'll make as many band nodes and mechaners as possible. And then we're going to fight the fight. No matter how much I would like to do more, no matter how many more mechs I'd love to have, I'm just going to go ahead because I don't want to be preparing forever. How's the relationship with the Empire? The Empire is in fact our allies. And we do have an allied Empire, which is really cool. We can call them in case of emergency. I've heard that the boss fights will not spawn when there are friendly non-colonists on your map. So if you have like a large trade caravan and you attempt to summon the mech bosses, they will not come, period. Now, have you all noticed that also? Is that true? Or is this a bit of Rimworld rumor? Rimworld gossip, such and so? We're losing this quest. That's fine. Don't want to fog during boss fights. The animals are all hungry. We got plenty of veggies again. All right, creatures. Because I love you. Gotta go ahead and remove a bit of this. It's such a stupid waste of materials. Stupid waste of veggies over and over again. We love the animals. It makes the kids happy. Your boss only showed after the caravan left. I definitely understand why the developers do not want the mech boss fights to be cheesable. Like, they're bosses. We should experience them as bosses. Alright, Kelmar's got more bandwidth. Gideon Festival also. Gosh, it is. Yeah, I suspect it's the kind of cheese that had it been discovered after the game was released, they'd patch it out. Any place where you can use caravans to trivialize game content, developers have been pretty clear they don't want that. For example, the good old days when you could lock a trade caravan inside of a walled area, have them starve to death and steal all their things. Not allowed anymore. Hey, Tillian Sword, thank you very much indeed for the generous Prime sub. Hope you're having a good day. Hope I'm saying your name right. Whichever way, thanks for being here. Hope life is good. Surely that's excellent Prime sub will propel us to victory in the upcoming big fight. What's Mindful's mining up to? Wow, 5. I feel kind of bad that the child is spending their entire life with just mining, but someday they will find a job as a miner, and they'll be glad that they spent so much of their childhood deep in the mines. Oh, can we not move... Not move anything into the stockpile here because the foods in, or the plants in the way still. I think that's the case. So Mindful, just go destroy these two, please. Hallbot should then move some food down. It is finished. Nope. I think we'll have enough to get 2 more mechs up and going. My poor little animals are all starving still. Huh. I'm actually surprised no food's been brought here yet. So may I have one of the children go ahead and do the hauling. These are not critically important, are they? No, they're only important. They should be critical. Oh, I only said important. That's what the problem is. Now they're critically important. We can have Psychar go ahead and haul it out to the little animals there. And that is that. What you doing, Kelmar? Having a little walk? New robot coming online. New bandwidth coming online. Awesome. So we are going to have, I believe, a full set of 10 Militaurs. Here. Actually, I had 2 more. And that way, when that one comes online, we're good. Hallbot, where are you? What are you doing? Also, what is the charge on all the military robots? All of them above 30. My big hope is that the military robots will not run out of power during the boss fight. Like, part of me thinks I really should go ahead and charge them all to 100% before the boss fight, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to make you all sit and watch. Oh no, the animals are dying from malnutrition. Oh, cruel world. Thanks for the meat. I appreciate it. Okay. Kelmar apparently has bad clothes now. What is it? It's your headset. This will be the 3rd headset of the playthrough. And I'm looking forward to the next level of robot technology, getting a new headset kind, which should improve, I don't know, something. May increase base bandwidth. Oh boy, Kelmar. Oh boy. Bit of a hike. Now fill in this section. Good. You keep the bots on recharge cycle of 92 to 100%. I absolutely get that. So far, I've been using my Militaurs using them as self-recharging because I only have the 1 recharger so far. I built 1 recharger at the start of playthrough, and that's been the only one all the way through. Might be a mistake. The pile of Militaurs does recharge eventually, just kind of slowly. We have a Masterwork cloth cowboy hat. Wow. Very, very good. Very, very good. Militaur comes out in half an hour. Last node online. Cool. We're going to call this new Militaur Smith, I believe. Once it pops out. Mech Birth once more. I love it's called Mech Birth. I don't know what name I'd prefer. Like, Mech Birth just feels a little strange to me as a phrase to use. But that's fine. We want you to move to self-charge group. Move correct zone. Are we in fact out of steel now? No, we have enough for one more robot at least. Oh, we're emptying a toxic waste pack first. This will be the final Minotaur, and then we summon the boss. Got cargo pods full of... Hey, a bunch of patch leather. That's useless, we don't need that. I'm actually more grateful for the slag chunks there than the patch leather. But cool. Are we out of granite blocks? No, we're not. Little constructor needs to fetch them and get to it. Good job, Bob. Good job, Bob. So we are fighting in the middle of winter. Don't feel super great about that. I do worry a little bit about the like possible cold snaps. Now, surely Diablo's giant pile of power will, or pile of fire rather, will keep us nice and warm. Also, just misspoke. We want to make one more Minotaur before we go. Yeah, it is set up as such. Cool. None of the children hit age 13 during this battle, because I'd immediately banished them as soon as they hit age 13. And I feel kind of bad having them wander out into fire and flames. We're going to pull back the children's zone. Need you all to stay safe, please and thanks. I'm not going to mark the next steel, but it is right here. We also do see the possibility of a large open area there. Just something to keep in mind. We have 3 days to go. Oh man, it's 10:10. I said I wanted to start the boss fight 10 minutes ago. I'm just going to wait till this robot's done. And then we're going to go. So going in with one fewer robots than I said. Sure, this will all be fine. No waiting, a raid now. Just gonna wait for this one. It's only 1 day more. The closer prepared we are, the happier I am. Our batteries are fairly full. As we have the turrets on, it's gonna burn down kind of fast. How much power do these require? 300! Holy moly. Yeah, we need so much more power production. I do wish I had a river now to help with that, but we're gonna throw down some more solar generators, I guess. Unfortunately, we do not have the steel for those, but that's fine. It's not necessary. Surely we will not run out of power during the fighting. Elmar has a good flak vest on. That's okay. I'd like to give him heavier armor, but he's a sniper. He'll stand far away. There'll be no problems. The children are not wearing bicycle helmets. I should go ahead and make them a couple. We have one right here. It's at 50% durability. I prefer not to have those used then. So, make kid helmets until we have one available of sufficient quality. That, of course, takes more steel. What do we not have? More steel. Diablo's ability to completely ignore the kill box and blow a wide hole in the perimeter wall scares you. Okay, yeah. We're not really doing a kill box in this case, as you can see, but I'm super curious how it's going to work out. I've not seen the Diablos fight at all. Like I said, all I know is that it's fire-based. It might go very poorly, but I'm ready to learn. We're not going to have the steel, unfortunately, to do anything else. That's fine. 5 hours to go. Kelmar awakens, knowing that today is the day. Today is our Independence Day. Or something like that. Or I guess today is our higher tier mech day. Wouldn't that be nice? So I'm very curious to see how many escorts the boss has on the first raid. I know that Yeah, I know that more times you bring in the same enemy, the more and more escorts it has, and the different kind of escorts it has. Hopefully the first time is not terribly hard. We're going to call you... What are we going to call you? We're going to be complimentary. Very good. You're going to be the big, friendly giant. We're in the correct zone. I'm going to go ahead and move my construction bots over to group 1, or to the combat group as well. Construction bots are both at half energy. Awesome. I should probably have Holly and Old McDonald on standby in case I need to throw more defenses in front of the mech boss, but I'm just gonna hide them inside of the main base, I think. So that's Old McDonald and Holly. Is Old McDonald charging? Oh, he's waiting to charge. Unfortunately, Holly's busy doing so. Alright, here we go, team. We'll see if we've made a horrible, horrible decision. It's time to summon mech threat. Diabolus. Oh, this is nice. It's really, really nice it tells us this. Summon the Diabolus threat will summon the following hostile mechanoids. Diabolus, 1. Militor, 3. We may be slightly overprepared, but I'm totally cool with that. One thing I'm really curious about is, will we be able to control the movement of Diabolus at all? Or with our alleged killbox setup, will the enemy like wander just randomly, start walking in, blasting my colonists? Okay. This is 75% cover. We're going to throw Kelmar behind that when the raid starts. Triggering comms council. Alright, you go into call the Diabolus. I've heard you're big and tough. You can't crack my base. Diabolus has been summoned. Attracted by the mech band signals, an ultra-heavy mech from the Umfloff mech hive will arrive soon. Be prepared. Diabolus incoming. Signaled by the Mechaner, a hostile Diabolus is approaching with its combat escort. Be prepared. This won't be an easy fight. Hostile mechanoids will arrive in a few hours or days. I prefer hours. I don't have that much time left. I'm considering deploying fire foam poppers along here just to stop fire that might come and cause problems. And I'm probably going to have the children in places we go. Also, just in case things go real bad for Helmar, I'm okay with throwing them up here also. Gotta remember to turn the guns on. Batteries are full. Awesome. Okay. An ultra-heavy mech has come to eradicate me. The Diabolus is equipped with a concrete melting Hellsphere cannon. Huh. It's slow to charge, but when it fires, it will annihilate anything in the blast circle. So I've said previously, when we first learned about this boss, I wonder how it targets. So if it locks onto someone, will it then follow that person as they move? Do you have to then like hide behind a building? Or can you move out of the area it's targeting, lock on the ground instead? Excited to see. Preparing for a while before attacking. Before I go look at them, I need to make absolutely sure my colonists do not wander outside. So, for now, you all go there. Hey, ground targets? Okay, cool. I was kind of guessing that, but I was not certain. Hello? Oh, there they are. Oh, they come in as a drop pod raid. Also, cool looking new drop pods. There it is. 416 years old Hellsphere Cannon. Ultra heavy mechanism with an ultra powerful Ultra Hellsphere Ultra Cannon. Made for ultra siege breaking, its Hellsphere Cannon takes time to charge up a shot, but can melt concrete and vaporize bone. The Diabolus dissipates the Hellsphere Cannon's waste power in a heat column mounted on its back, which can pulse to ignite flammable objects nearby. My forest will be consumed. This mech's name comes from a 1,000-year-old poem written by a Haspian monk who survived the erasure of his monastery. His religiously tinged work describes a razor body fiend pulsing with flesh-searing heat as it crushed scorched bodies under massive claws. The few who have faced a Diabolus and survived tend to agree with the depiction. Oh my goodness. The claw thing makes me think that melee is really bad. So I was believing initially that melee was bad because of fire around, but I was thinking melee might be okay with fire retardant enemies, or characters rather. What do we see? Has some EMP resistance. We could give a child an EMP weapon and see what happens, but I think we're gonna ignore that. It's a sort of standard mech stats here. Body size of 4, huge for sure. Needs a large mech recharger. It's ultra heavy, costs 5 bandwidth. Alright, what is its possible range here on the Hellsphere Cannon? 100% accuracy everywhere. So I think it does pick an area and shoot in that area. Cool. Damage all passable buildings. Neat. And then hope they're going to target the mechagers or militars really quickly and knock them down first. I wish I knew its ranges. That's the one open question still. Like, will it go to here and just stop and start blasting us? If so, I'll go swarm it with the shot bots and hope that'll work fine. Alright, Kelmar. To the front. Is it time for to the front? We have little kid helmets now. Oh, they're equipped. Awesome. The children are wearing their military outfits. We're all going to the front, kids. Here we go. Daddy Kelmar believes in you. You're correct. Lord Kelmar cannot take any damage. He's a wimp who takes any damage. It is GG, in fact. Oh dear, no, don't shoot him. Try to shoot my robots. So how far can the robots move? Not very. I may need to move Kelmar forward. No, not you all, sorry. Like, it may actually be worth not trying to use Kelmar's damage just to avoid any possibility of taking damage. Also, I feel bad when we're standing out here because our moods will drop, we'll get hungry and so on. Maybe behind the mountain to the left. Oh, here, where Mindful is. Or maybe in here. With that, how far can they move? Yeah, out a little bit. We'll see. Oh gosh, the guns aren't on. Whoops. Luckily, today's a day when if I need to run slightly long on stream, I can. I've taught today's lesson enough times that I can do with almost no preparation right beforehand, so we will get through this fight. Win, lose, or draw. Here they come! Boogity boogity. Are you doing cover here? I would not be surprised if it goes to cover here. And then we'll send the mechs out to help. I was kind of hoping the mech bosses would have like theme songs. Like in WWE. From the top rope, it's Diabolus. Can you believe the crowd goes wild? They want blood. It's a very... Oh, gosh. Before the oh gosh part, I was going to say Kalmar will get range fairly soon. However, it seems it has fairly substantial range. Now, I don't think this is the Hellfire such and so. I think this is just a random shot. It missed. Now, happily it does continue moving in. I was going to stay out here and just take pot shots. Kelmar can see now. Awesome. Is in range of robot movement? Not yet. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So the way I read this, I'd like you to tell me if I'm wrong on how I read this. The way I read this is that when this thing shoots, it's going to destroy everything inside of this circle. Is that correct? I do not want to learn otherwise. So it's currently targeting a turret. I can't move the turret. Not necessarily destroy. All right. Am I right that the damage will occur inside of that circle? It started a fire there. I'm dismayed it's going to probably destroy the fire foam popper before it explodes. After it shoots, I'm going to shift all my robots out. Mindful's taking a shot there. No damage taken. Here it comes. That looks amazing. So the fire foam splattered immediately. How great is that? Yeah, everything in there was destroyed. This is fine. That was so cool. That was so very cool. Let's pause and see how the fire goes. No more fire. Unfortunately, despite the fire foam, there's an area here that is still on flame. I might deploy another fire foam popper in a moment. Robots online. There are 3 little buddies here. I want to go destroy little buddies. Bum, ba-dum, bum, destroying little buddies. 1 down, awesome. Okay. So, shift. Mindful might be in range. Can't have that. And we're going to go ahead and install a fire foam popper right there. All 3 of the corpses are down. That's great. Now we just blast with blast. So I was thinking initially we'd want to like spread out more, have our militors in different angles. But insofar as it telegraphed its shot, and it's not like shooting fire next door, I think we're fine with this. Cool. So a little bit of shooting is happening still, but oh boy, run, little friends, you're all good. Bob, no! Not fine. Mindful can come back out and help again. No! Not beloved Smith! No! Okay. So, unfortunately, with its current position, Kalmar cannot see. Move Kalmar over here. Okay, so that's its, like, I want to make fire around me. I wonder if we're close enough now that it's attempting to use its nearby fire attack. I do see there's a whole bunch of chem fuel on the ground, so we're going to go ahead and just hold the near ones. Well, that's weird. Oh, this is outside of maximum range from the Mechaninder. Also, I should be having my Bob and Tim at greater distance because they are construction bots, so they have the best accuracy at maximum distance. Hey, cool. Now, oh wait, we actually don't have to move, do we? Robots can't catch on fire, so just sit, just shoot. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going, buddy? That was really fun. That was really, really fun. Like, it went very well for us. I'm not surprised that using a whole bunch of little robots was the correct solution, because they can't catch on fire. Awesome. That said, what was really fun about that for me is it was something completely unknown in Rimworld. Like I said before, there aren't too many things like that in this game for me anymore. It gave me the feeling of, like, this might destroy us. The feeling of, I don't know what's going to happen. And we got 2 more mech bosses like that, and I'm so excited to see what happens. Now, I'm curious, can the signal chip catch on fire? I sure do hope not. It'd be a horrible thing if it burned immediately. I'm also very, very curious to see how much plasteel and such will get off of the Diabolus. Cool, that was a fun fight. Thank you all for being so patient as I perhaps overprepared. It's just one of these things where I do not want to have the playthrough fall apart due to, I guess, hastiness on my part. We're briefly on understrict to everybody, so they go put the fire out. The chip can't burn. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. It'd be a horrible thing to have it burn. Poor Smith died. You can study the signal chip by selecting a mech under and right-clicking the chip. Studying a signal chip helps unlock higher tiers of mech tech research. Chip can also be used to create advanced mechanoids. That was really cool. That was really, really cool. Like, how much having a bad day? Go study the chip, though. Ignore the children. Study the chip. Signal chip studied. Standard mech tech unlocked. Researchers can now use the research benches to begin researching how to actually use the technology. Does it just sit here now? That's really cool if you actually add something new onto the research bench. New technology, new good. But that means we can click the button. And after 1,000 research, we can make our first tunneler and our first large mech gestator. And additional meleeers. Like I said before, my big concern in this base is lack of meleeers fighting infestations. But it's done. It's done. It's finished. Everyone's gonna break. The children are out there working way too late. Okay. Do we have the resurrect mech thing online right now? We do. We do. Cool. That was great. That was really fun. Unfortunately, it's time for me to go. I gotta go teach, but I hope you had a good time today. It was nice for me. Really enjoyed it. Really nice. Hey, Serentus, you've never effectively dealt with infestations. Are melee fighters more effective? So here is my grand secret to fighting infestations. All bugs are melee only. So they cannot shoot at ranged at all. If you have an area like this with just one door open, and you have 3 meleeers, 1, 2, 3, the bugs will come and stand here, one at a time. And so even if it's literally thousands and thousands of bugs, they will come forward one at a time to fight them. You can have a pile of shooters behind, blast, 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 blast. That is how you deal with infestations easily in this game. Hope that helps. Anyway, folks, appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow for a long stream. It'll be a good time. Tomorrow we'll get our very first mining mech online. We will get our base made bigger and bigger, and I'm really excited for that. So I hope to see you then. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider throwing a follow. Maybe join us over on the Discord, a little place when we, where we occasionally chat about this and that. It's a nice time. Anyway, let's go away. Let's go harangue the students. Ask them why they didn't do the reading. Students. Thank you, viewers. Goodbye.